What's up guys, BrunsNick's back and it's time to review the Ebonite Fireball. Now the Fireball features a brand new core, which is a modified light bulb shape, if you will, with HK22 Pearl with the GB 10.7 cover. Can't wait to see what this new mid-range ball does on the lanes for me, but before we get to all that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now, let's see what Ebonite Fireball does for me. All right. It's time for my review of the Ebonite Fireball, brand new mid-range ball with HK22 Pearl. Let's look at the core numbers. Looking at 2.519 RG, that's more medium. 039 differential, that's medium. Like I said, HK22 Pearl with the GB 10.7. Surface on this ball, 500, 1000, 1500 Crown Factory compound. That's pretty standard. When you see a ball compound, you're typically gonna see those 3 steps before it. So I'm gonna do what I normally do in these videos. I'm gonna start it out in the track, and then we're gonna work it in and see how this ball performs. I have SPECTO running, so we'll look at some of the data along the way. Great start, fed it to the dry pretty early there. Stood up, didn't overreact. It's kind of what you want to see from mid-range ball. It doesn't flare a whole lot. So I don't think we're going to see a ton of oil rings, but main thing is like balls like this are usually really good on house patterns, like leagues. When you have a lot of built-in friction to the right, you can kind of stay in your zone, or for the guys that are heavy hitters, you can kind of do whatever you want with this ball. It's kind of versatile like that. That's more on the track. Okay. Stayed up right in the track area, didn't overreact. Stayed on line pretty nice. So we're gonna move at 5 and we're gonna start transitioning in. Yeah, I don't see a lot of, I see a little bit of flare on there. Not a lot of separation. I'm not expecting a whole lot, especially with the differential being what it is at 039. All right, so I'm moving 5 left. We're gonna start giving it a little bit swing left to right, but we're pretty much playing still a little bit in that track area. Woo, grab that. All right, so it does respond very hard to friction. So if I miss right and it hits that friction, I know it's gonna stand up and go. That's a good sign. HK22, especially with a Pearl, is meant to seek out that dry and respond hard to it. That's what we saw there. So I'm just gonna move my eyes a little bit right, left, sorry, not right. And we're just gonna try to keep it more in the oil a little bit longer. Like that. Good result comes from a good execution. Mindset, just like we talked, pre-shot routine. You want to think about what you want to do before you do it. If you didn't catch that video, it's right up there. I put it in the link above. All right, ball return's taking a little bit of time. So let's talk about HK22 a little bit. We've been seeing it come out on a lot of different bowling balls, and that's for a good reason. It's pretty much become the standard as far as cover stock development and cover stock performance for shiny bowling balls especially. We don't see a lot of HK22 solid covers. They are out there. They are starting to come out, but the inherent response and length from an HK22 ball is length and flip. So, all right, we got lined up there. I'm gonna move 5 more. Now we're gonna be 10 left to where we started. Now I think I can dial back the speed just a little bit, being that this is a medium diff ball. Okay, sending pins around. Love to see that. But that's the whole thing. It's like, you know, when you get into these milder core balls, you know, the balls that don't have a lot of, you know, differential, and cover stock is fairly strong, but the core doesn't have a lot of engine to it. You know, you'll see me slow down the speed just a little bit. You know, we're bowling on a basic house shot, so not a huge gush, but there's a lot of dry to the right side. I just have to get it there. So I'm gonna do that again. That tells me on that last shot that I can still dial back the speed a little bit more. That's what I'm gonna do. Love it. Love it. All right. What would a BrunsNick video be without a Stone 9, especially on the reviews? Ball responds really hard, and it responds really well to the adjustments I'm making, the little minor tweaks that make the ball reaction change. So soften it up, try to stay in the same zone, Stone 9. Let's move another 5. So now we'll be 15 left of where we began, and go from there. Now I think it's gonna be very important to keep speed down. If I throw it too hard, I'm gonna throw it past the break, I think, with this ball. Gosh. Okay, maybe I don't have to slow down that much. Sometimes you get these bowling balls that are just gifted. You know, with 039, medium RG 2.51, and not a very aggressive HK22 version with GB 10.7. But this ball is plenty strong. I'm gonna pick up the speed just a little bit from that spot. Once again, we're 15 left to where we began. Definitely giving this ball a little bit of speed. Not speed, but swing is what I meant. That's a little loft. Yeah, not my best. Loft, got it to the dry early, rolled forward. You flat 10, that's what happens. I'm gonna try to make one more shot from there and actually make my adjustment and actually execute what I wanna do. That's the whole thing. You can think about what you wanna do, but if you can't do it, then you might as well do my videos because that's my daily life. All right, let's try this again. Once again, I'm gonna bring up the speed a little bit, but I need to keep the ball in the oil longer. Like that. Yes. Execution, baby. Great shot. All right, it's time for our final adjustment. We're gonna move another 5 left. 20 left to where we began. Really test out the limits of this ball. Will it get back? I'm gonna have to say, yeah, probably it will. Will it go through the pins? We're about to find out. That's the whole thing. Yeah, with these shiny balls, I mean, I'm not bowling on a ton of oil. Test medium pattern. I can't really see the flare on this ball very much. The colors just kind of hide it and blend it. But I can't imagine it's flaring more than like 4 or 5 inches at most. Anyway, so we're 20 left. I think speed's gonna be critical. I'm gonna keep it down, keep it in the oil, see what happens. Wasn't bad. I wasn't sure if it was gonna go or not. It kind of took forever and a day to pick up and go, but once it did, it did. I think I can send this a little bit further to the right. You know, you see those Instagram videos out there where people are going from gutter to gutter. This will be as close as I get, but I'm not gonna really try for the gutter, but I'm gonna send it to the right. I'm gonna see what this ball does going coast to coast. Okay, I can do it. It's capable. All right, so that's my review of the Ebonite Fireball. New mid-range ball with all the performance you can handle. Dynamic core, HK22 Pearl, light bulb type shaped core. You're gonna wanna talk to your pro shop about the Ebonite Fireball in your bag for the upcoming league season. If you have any questions, comments, put them down below. As always, please subscribe. Talk to you guys soon.